hours after Modern Warfare 2. So DC's burning, the war's escalated up to Eastern Seaboard. We pick up with Delta Force that are fighting through the streets of Manhattan, trying to push the Russian army out of America. But that's just the beginning. I mean, the war is going all over the world. It's starting to spread into Europe, but the conflict in each area, which is what I love, is very different because the war is raging very differently. Where, New York and the U.S. is war-torn by the end of Modern Warfare 2, but in Europe, they're still very populated cities. They have their local resistance forces, their local armies that are fighting alongside like things like the British SAS, trying to figure out how this conflict is unfolding and how their countries and cities are going to be pulled into it. So we follow that, but more importantly, we need to figure out what's happened to Task Force 141. By the end of Modern Warfare 2, they were either dead or on the run. And so we figure out how these three stories really arc into each other as a global conflict. The gameplay, the rules of engagement, everything changes in these different environments. When you're dealing with a city like London, of fighting through the tube and having these people there who are crossing the crossfire of, the way you fight is very different. And that spawns things like gameplay mechanics and things that we've added to the game that are a result of moving from the outskirts into these more dense urban environments. Things like the dual scope system that you'll see when you're fighting through Manhattan that allows you to change your scope on the fly from either a long range or a close range object based on how the environment's playing. In Modern Warfare 3, we have our massive multiplayer that we're not diving into detail, but then also in Spec Ops, our survival mode, we're blowing it out in an all-new way. I mean, we're bringing in and really blurring the lines between what is a single-player experience. We're bringing in big moments, but then more importantly, you're playing it on all the multiplayer maps on survival mode, the new infinite wave-based mode. We're bringing in kill streaks, progressive ranking, unlocks, buy new attachments, buy new guns, buy new gear, allow you to change up your gameplay style as the enemy's constantly changing up theirs. And that's something like you've never experienced in Call of Duty before in the way that we're doing Spec Ops now. I mean, you can call it a Delta Squad, have them come in and be defending you as you're fighting through all these AI enemies in the survival mode. It's awesome. Yeah, well, I mean, this is definitely taking the very classic survival or, wave-based mode and putting that Modern Warfare twist on it. And like, just adding all that adrenaline, that super fast, smooth gunplay to it, but then also adding in all the things that you love that allow you to constantly be customizing the experience. Because what I love is, because you have progressive ranking, you're constantly unlocking new abilities. Hour 1 of playing Spec Ops is completely different than your hour 10 of playing Spec Ops because you can do more, you can react differently, and then plus you're getting better and constantly getting the later waves because it never ends. Spec Ops is infinite until you die.
We're detecting multiple hostiles on the rooftops in your area. Yeah, I'm gone to a fully armed Reaper.
Coming off of Call of Duty 4 at its time felt like the biggest thing of all time. And then Modern Warfare 2 blows it away, and now moving into Modern Warfare 3, it's all about falling back and really relying on those 30 million fans and being connected with them and making sure that we're building off their expectations, but more importantly, also building off that core design philosophy that we have for the vision we want Modern